Mallareddy Thodime. Today I want to discuss about schizophrenia and its consequences and sufferings. I myself suffered from schizophrenia in the year 1974 onwards, and though I got treatment in the year 1975 and became normal, uh, because of some reasons, because I do not have sufficient awareness about the disorder and about schizophrenia. I stopped taking medicines after some time. It is after 1.5 years or so. I stopped medicines because thinking that I am normal, why should I take medicines? And the reason behind it is I was getting too much sleep, and all these things made me to stop using medicines. At that time, my age was only 23 years or so. And I was doing my first year, there is second year law course in Bangalore. But for a period of 2 decades, I suffered with it. That is, the suffering in the minds of the schizophrenic people. The mental agony is enormous. No one can imagine their suffering, and they themselves cannot explain it. As I suffered and recovered, and I remember everything when I was a patient, that is, I was undergoing this disorder, I can explain, because the suffering is imminent. That is, it will be much more than physical pain and this physical suffering. The mental agony, that is, you will become mentally, it is submissive, and your suffering will be like that. That I myself felt at one stage that even enemies also should not undergo this much of suffering. It will be like this. Sometimes you will feel happy, very happy, because you imagine yourself, that is delusions. That is, delusions means false imaginations, believing them as true. And with that, at the time of religions, you feel yourself as an important person in this world, and you are unique, and you can sometimes. I got myself such an idea that everything is the complete world is at my command, and I can dictate terms to anyone. And immediately in the next moment, I feel that each and every person in this world are hating me. They develop hatred on me, and they are scolding and they are abusing me for my deeds in the past or at present also. Because at the time of this disorder, these thoughts, this is mainly schizophrenia is because of thought disorder. It results. Why this thought disorder comes is because of the chemical imbalance in the brain. Certain chemicals will be there in the brain which decide whether we are happy, we are sorrowful, or we are angry, or we are kindness. Because these are all the things no one can exactly say how much this thing, what is called percentage of the amalgamation is the chemical balance has to be there. But the thing is, doctors have estimated with the which medicines are suitable to keep the uh, brain chemical combination stable. That is uh, in a balanced manner. That is, chemical balance must be normal. But at this, what I was saying is, because of that imbalance in the chemicals, your behavior changes. The thoughts will change, and you will get abnormal thoughts because of the imbalance in the brain, chemicals in the brain. Why you are getting such imbalance is because there are so many reasons. Because each and every person in this world are prone to this disorder. Not that only people with genetic imbalance, the genetic background are getting this disease is not absolutely correct, but to a certain extent that is true. But the thing is, it is certainly true that each and every person is prone to this disorder when the adverse circumstances arises. Except people like me, that is, who understood the complete consequences and the uh, reasons and causes and uh, uh, the solutions, we may sustain for anything, for any adverse thinking. Or of course, I too, if I do not take medicines properly, which I am taking today, even today also, that is even after 45, 47 years also, if I do not take, if I stop that minimum dosage, maintenance dosage, I also may be prone to that disorder. So, what I want to say is, this is not a disease. This is not contagious. This is not perishing. Of course, there are for some people, while treatment, they may get nervous breakdown or such things if he is treated with shock treatment. But the thing is, shock treatment works very well. That is, I think that is the best treatment available till now. Shock. I took shocks each time 6 weeks, weekly twice, like that. For five times I have taken shock treatment, and I am nervous. Everything is, I am okay. I have no nervous problem or any such thing, because the doctor who gives the shock treatment must be well trained, and he must have good judgment of his physical and mental capacities. Like that, if a limited voltage of current, shocks are given uh, cautiously, there may not be any trouble, and it will work very nicely. And of course, I know the government has imposed some sanctions on shock treatment, and unless the parents or the patient agree for shock treatment, the doctor should not give shocks. As I know, present mental health act says like that. But the thing is, as an experienced person, I say, of course, no, by withholding that there is amount of risk is there. But the thing is, if heavy shocks are given to a person who is not able, who do not have capacity to bear with, he may get some nervous that's breakdown. Of course, if he gets nervous breakdown, then there won't be any life to him. It is just losing all his senses, and he will be just living like that. That is very horrible. But the thing is, such things only once in a 1 lakh or so, that is one in 100,000s may happen. But the thing is, even if an expert psychiatrist gives shocks, an expert person manages this, it may not happen. And regarding to the suffering, I said that at one stage you feel that you are the most important person, and each and everything is guided by you, and the whole world is running out like you are you are exhaling breath and inhaling like that. That is in Sanskrit I can say that uchchasa nishwasa. That is the the breath. If you take inside the air and exhaling like that, the whole world is run by you like that you feel. Yeah, but this is a false imagination. It is not at all true. And but no one can convince a person who is in is in disorder. At the time, no one can convince him unless the treatment is given. He cannot understand reality. He will be in false beliefs and false ideas, and his thoughts may be going in any direction as he thinks he can imagine anything. But the thing is, mostly these things are all because of sins from childhood, his attitude, his circumstances, and all these things. Mostly, I think this schizophrenia is occurring. That is occurring to the people only in the it is called in the at the age of in the span of 18 years and 35 years. This is almost a youthful stage for any man and lady. It is sexually he is able potential period at that time. But why they are getting schizophrenia? That is at that age is because of the traditions and all these things, traditions and customs and so many things, the literature, the sin, the faith like sin and holiness and all these things, they may make the person, he may act without by foregoing all those things and act something adversely, and immediately after finishing that that period, he feels again repent and feel guilty. This guiltiness also is the reason for getting this disease at that time. Because of all such things, the schizophrenia is happening only between the age of 18 to 35, like that. The first time schizophrenia prone people. Mostly after 35 years, many people may not get schizophrenic. And before 18 also, it is there may not be many people who gets it. Because of the guilty consciousness, because of sexual attitude, is the primary cause for schizophrenia, what I feel. And some other things, is head injury or the family clashes or any other clashes or loneliness or in army also some people in youthfulness, the youth joins in the army and they will become is quite secluded, that is solitarily confinement like that. They may get this disorder. Then finally what I want to say is there is treatment for schizophrenia, and like me, though I suffered for 2 decades, I completed my law course and I practiced for some time and I wrote some books. A book by name a Schizophrenic's autobiography by Pothi.com, Amazon, in so many places everywhere in the world they are available in English. And Telugu, my mother tongue, I wrote a book by name ఒక మానసిక వ్యాధిగ్రస్తుని ఆత్మకథ తెలుగు. And also I had written that ఓడి గెలిచిన మనిషి by Mallareddy, that has been published by HBT, Hyderabad Book Trust. You can buy it anywhere, that is in many shops it is available. I have explained everything in those books about my total biography is there, about my life and about how I was brought up and what was my childhood, and after that what happened, everything. But I cannot tell all these things here. But the thing is, I want to say, because nowadays people, once it was only 1% of people are schizophrenic, but now it has increased to at least 4% of the world's population are experiencing schizophrenia. It may be because of the stress and strain, and also the society which has become is not following the ethics and all these things. Sometimes because we are human beings and we have thoughts, we are having thinking power. I think man is blessed with thinking power, not animals. Animals only act by instinct. They will not think anything. They don't even. Sometimes I observe one thing. Only humans do gang rape. That is horrible thing to think about it. Whereas no animal never do it. They never do such things. Only thing is they will have time, they will have only at the time, mating time, they will do it, but they don't do if the female rejects. So that is the difference between animals and humans. Human beings, though they are blessed with thinking, their thoughts are perverted sometime and do all such things. We have to stop it. That otherwise, no, then God need not punish us. We ourselves will undergo punishment, because God is in you only. God is the devil is in you, the God is in you, everything is in you, because the positive force is with you and the negative force also with you. So without positive and negative, the life, there won't be any life, there won't be any creation, any such thing. So because we have to always support the positive force. That is, of course, the nature herself is stronger in positive by 0.37 in a percent in a given unit, that is the ratio of the protons and neutrons, electrons is 1.37 is to 1. That has been proven by Einstein in his quantum mechanism and relativity. So I wrote an essay about it, the eternal truth. There you can find many details. So what I say now, I conclude this topic here. Please believe that this is just a disorder and it can be cured. It can be cured up to 90-95% because if you take immediate treatment. First of all, we have to know one thing: the illness is not. The patient cannot tell others that he is suffering from that illness. Only others, his kith and kin or doctors, can find it out. Only thing is, after once if he gets the illness and got cured, then again it recurs. Then the patient will know that he is again in trouble. Otherwise, he will not believe that he is in trouble. He feels everything is a reality. So we must know one thing: unless it is treated, this illness is treated, it cannot be cured. Unless treated, it cannot be cured. Please take it granted. Don't go believe superstitious beliefs. There is nothing supernatural in this world. Everything goes according to science. Only science can define what is what. No other things. All is mantras. There is a saying in Telugu that is mantraలకు చింతకాయలు రాలుతాయని. మంత్రాలకు చింతకాయలు అంటే that means if you sit by the side of a tamarind tree and chant mantras, can anyone make the tamarind that is to fell on the ground? That is the meaning of it. So nothing will happen because of this. They are all supernatural. I don't believe it, and you also don't believe it. You need not believe. That is, of course, if you have faith, faith is a science. I know that faith is science, because if you have faith, that is like having your focus will be on one thing. It is either you believe in that is statues. You can fix your that figure in your mind, and you can concentrate. That is prayer. Prayer is nothing other than meditation. So faith and prayer it cannot be ruled out. It is always good to have faith and prayer. Everyone can have their own faith and their own prayers. One need not interrupt others, and one need not interfere with others' faiths. Better respect others' faiths and encourage them, and they need not interfere in your faith also. At the same time, so we have that is respect with others. Relationship, because the relationship between religions or people or groups of people is with mutual respect only. Otherwise, there won't be any bondage. If you have mutual respect, the relationship will be stronger and it will last longer. So, what I say is, please treat these people, schizophrenic people, with kindness. They are suffering already. They are suffering a lot. Don't think that they are not suffering. Don't think that they are making you inconvenient. They are not making you inconvenient. They do not know that they are making inconvenient to all the people. They are troublesome to all the people. They do not know. And becoming schizophrenic or mentally ill is not their crime. It is the society who has to bear that. It is that what is called defect. That is the burden. The burden should be with the society, because the society made them like that, not otherwise. So, and because we are having brain, mind, as we are having as physical illnesses are common, the mental illnesses are also common, because it means that if you have mental illness, that is you are having brain. That is the main thing. So you need not look down. So you do not look down a schizophrenic patient or a mental illness patient. Have respect and give respect to them, and try to bring them out and save them. And the patients and the ratio of the patients and the hospitals and psychiatrists is largely that is not in good relations. That is, the patients are huge number of patients are there. There are very limited hospitals and limited psychiatrists. So this gap has to be filled by the governments all over the world. Thank you. Thank you very much.